marijuana was widely used in the 19th century for the treatment of asthma. And in the 1970s, we found that marijuana has a bronchodilator effect. It's because of the THC in marijuana. First of all, let's compare and contrast marijuana with the other, even more widely smoked substance in our society, tobacco. The tobacco was used more widely than any other smoked substance, and marijuana is second only to tobacco.
Lucy?
Yes, dear?
Give me a cigarette, will you, hon?
Don't say cigarettes, say Philip Morris.
Oh? Is there any other kind?
Not for you, there isn't. Nothing but the best for Mr. Ricardo.
Thank you. Lucy, you're so good to me.
You see how easy it is to keep a man happy? Why not give your husband a carton of Philip Morris cigarettes?
Smart move. He'll love them for their mildness, their smoothness, and their wonderful good taste. And he'll love you, too, for thinking of him.
That's right. Good night, everybody. And don't forget, call for Philip Morris. Call for Philip.
We know that if you analyze the contents of tobacco and marijuana, they're quite similar. The major difference is that tobacco contains nicotine, not found in marijuana, and marijuana contains THC and about 60 other THC-like substances called cannabinoids, not found in tobacco. But there are a lot of other particulates that are shared in common, and these include carcinogens, such as benzpyrene, the most potent of the carcinogens and considered to be responsible for a large percentage of human cancers. Benzpyrene is found in 50% higher concentration in marijuana smoke than in the smoke from a comparable quantity of tobacco. And this has been shown by 3 separate groups of chemical investigators. So the expectation is that if you smoke marijuana enough and on a regular basis, that you would incur similar risks to smoking tobacco. So what are the major health risks for tobacco? Emphysema, which I prefer to call chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's the new term. It consists of chronic bronchitis and emphysema. But you could have significant impairment in lung function without emphysema. It could just be due to airways disease, what we call small airways disease. But because we can't separate out the two components of COPD, emphysema, and the airways component, we lump them together. So that's COPD. So now COPD is the 4th leading cause of death in the U.S. and in the world, and will become the 3rd leading cause in 2020. So it's a very important disease. About 120,000 Americans die each year from COPD. Probably the best evidence for separating out, the best method for separating out a COPD patient from someone else is to look at the rate of decline in lung function. I shouldn't say the best. It's probably the most informative. But it's more difficult to do because you have to make measurements every year for a number of years. And so you get a slope of the rate of loss of lung function over time. We did that. We actually measured lung function every year in our marijuana smokers up to 8 years. And we found that the slope of the decline in lung function was almost identical in the marijuana-only smokers compared to the non-smokers, where it was accelerated in the tobacco smokers. So just one other piece of evidence that marijuana is not a risk factor for the development of COPD. I think I'm convinced of that. And the other major health consequence, pulmonary health consequence of tobacco, is lung cancer. Cancer is the 2nd most common cause of death in the U.S., and lung cancer is the most common form of cancer. And the major risk factor for lung cancer is tobacco smoking. About 160,000 Americans die each year of lung cancer. So the question that came to my mind and that of my colleagues was whether or not there was any evidence that marijuana would at least qualitatively share some of these health risks with those of tobacco. And that was the rationale for initiating our studies back in the 1980s. what is the evidence that marijuana smoking, habitual marijuana smoking, can lead to lung cancer? With respect to the development of lung cancer, we found no evidence of any increased risk of lung cancer occurrence in association with marijuana smoking alone. The marijuana smokers, if anything, had a reduced risk for developing lung cancer. Not a significantly reduced risk, but reduced less than one-fold, so that means reduced. Whereas the tobacco smokers had a markedly increased risk. If those who smoke more than 2 packs a day had a 20-fold increase in the risk. That's 2,000%. Those who smoke from 1 to 2 packs a day had an 8-fold risk. It's 800%. So that contrasts with no risk, no increased risk, or a slightly reduced risk with the marijuana smokers. THC actually has an anti-tumoral effect. And these are studies that were done both in experimental animals and in cell culture systems, and for different kinds of cancer. For lung cancer, breast cancer, thyroid cancer, prostate cancer, gliomas, brain cancer, that the development and growth, or the growth actually of the tumor is suppressed by THC. The growth actually of the tumor is suppressed by THC.
Gracie Veterano, old family first fam. Taught the world to swing that double-edged sword, it works fam. BJJ from GJJ, like Cool Herc gave birth to what your DJ plays. But despite the lineage, I will never be closed-minded. Refuse to see beyond the lines, you go blind. Rocket travels the 10th planet, I flow free. I'm welcome on mini-mats, gi to no gi. Though my branch traces roots to the original tree. Roots sprouted from the original seed. Water with blood, sweat, and tears, spotlight with sunlight. That tree became a forest, ballet tudo done right. Then Hoist dominated them all in one night. And hate song hasn't been beaten in one fight. Flow with the go, in a hit on an holly note. That to continue to win, we must continue to grow. Let's go!
He's smoking too much penis blood. With Joe Rogan. They smoking weed, they smoking penis blood. Man, they do a lot of things, but they don't do jiu-jitsu.
Caralho, everybody pay attention. We have a very special, it's a special segment of the Renato Report. I'm here, I've got a guy, he's a big deal on the East Coast. It's a guy, they call it Chris Herzog. And I guess he's one of the guys that you from, supposed to be good, doing some hover guard, some high guard. And you also do some leg locks, some stuff like that. And you place in New Jersey or something like that, or
Rochester, New York.
Oh, Rochester.
Yeah.
Rochester. That must be a real treat for everybody to go there. You live in New York. How come you don't live the city? You choose to live Rochester.
I got family in Rochester.
Oh, so you still live your mother's house, all that kind of stuff like that?
No, my mom's in Chicago.
Oh, caralho. That's nice. Yeah. So you win some tournament lately?
No, I retired.
Oh, you hitchhired?
Yeah.
You was hitchhired before you even get started?
No, I got started. I competed internationally.
Oh, caralho. Tell me about that.
I did a lot of international judo and sambo.
Oh, you always do some sambo. You know, I tried to tell Vini Magalesh that we live in the 20th century and we don't use that kind of terminology for black guys anymore. You don't call sambo. They call us African American.
It's actually an acronym for Russian martial art. It's not actually sambo, it's sambo.
I don't care if you say in a Spanish accent, you can say sambo. It's the same thing. You're gonna say sambo. So I don't. You know, I have a lot of fans, these black guys, who don't appreciate that. So we're gonna go to the next subject, to that one. Okay. So you come here, you're gonna spread your stuffs to the East Coast with Edge Bravo.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a representative. I run an affiliate in East Coast.
You don't have a problem that your sensei, the guy is Yusifu, is a Mexican guy who's light skinned and have skinny legs that look like Cheeto Ortiz, or also like a boy heavy scoliosis.
I have a lot of respect for Eddie, so.
Why you respect that guy? I know a lot of guys say that, but why you respect that guy?
Because he's an innovator. I like the way he thinks outside of the box.
Because
traditional
the
methods.
box, with the box, he's in the box where they do Linkin Park music.
I don't even know.
You know what box they have? That one is the box. He's outside of the box where they sell hackers. He's inside the box. They're gonna buy out the box from the bargain bin. That one is a smoke serpent. So you can buy from there.
I like smoke serpent, man.
Yeah, you like to smoke. You would like to smoke on Eddie Bravo's serpent if you have a chance to get your hands on that one.
No, I like women.
That's too bad, because when was the last time you have one? You have a chance to be with one?
Last week.
Caralho, it's been a week for you?
Yeah.
For
well,
me,
been
that's
in
like
LA.
every day I do that. So you gotta step your game. You in LA now, you with the big boys.
Yeah, well, my wife may have a problem with that.
Caralho, you have a wife.
Yeah, too.
How you know I don't have a wife too?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I thought you were interviewing me.
Caralho, why are you playing 20 questions? I'm the one who's gonna do that one. I know you have a brown shirt, but you think you're black. And you're not. You're like those guys have a big mouth from St. Louis who come here to sell some barbecue. We don't sell barbecue here. And you know what? I'm gonna say this interview's over because you have a big mouth, you have a bad attitude. And I wish you nothing but not the best when you go back to Rochester. And I hope you never see me on the mat, because it's gonna be the worst day of your life. And you need to put some just for men, just a touch of that one. You leave some gray, and then you're gonna put some to do that one, because you need to use just for men.
Okay, I'll take that into consideration.
Yeah, you're gonna take that under advisement, and you can tell your sensei Edge Bravo that I said that.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, peace to you and caralho.
Hey there, we're talking about psychic vampires with David Icke.
Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Chemtrails. Set up and use.
They fucking sprayed hard today.
Purify water from lakes, streams, ponds, and wells. This filter system leaves in beneficial.
Well, it's the end of the world. We're all gonna die, so might as well go see some comedy. My best friends, Joey, Joe Rogan, Rob Bradley. Fuck it. Let's go out with a bang. Let's go out with our boots on. It's been a nice life, though. How cool would it be? How cool would it be? I said, how cool would it be if you had a camera that filmed everything around you, no matter what? So you could just like take it. What's that, dude? How you doing? Huh? Yeah, I got what you're doing. I'll go get him up. Let's go. Wait, let me just pull out the phone. I'll walk over. Let's go. You gotta go up and around. Everyone's got their red band. That's his red band. Huh? She hasn't even given me the list. She hasn't given me no kind of. I haven't bought one.
Joey, man, awesome.
I buy gifts.
Leland, direct to Israel. What's up, man? All the
Papas Rojas. Bravo. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you know Suzanne? This is Suzanne.
Hi.
Good to see you again. Cheers, baby. Hey, how's it going? Rob, nice to meet you. I'm with Eddie.
Careful with that. Someone's gonna get hurt.
It's okay to film, right?
There's a disturbing lack of reefer in this room.
Really?
Of course, have it. It's not lit up yet.
Dude, it's fucking nuts out there. You driving around going, all those years we thought about December 21st, 2012, we're fucking finally living in it. Dude, even though nothing's happening, isn't it kind of weird?
Oh, it's weird.
Everyone's mind was on that fucking day.
It's definitely weird.
You know what's crazy is that 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, you'd be like, oh no thanks. You'd be like, shit, fuck yeah. The Mayan calendar, they fucking said it. I'm like, holy shit, watch a documentary. But the closer we get to the date, the more we go, that you don't want to be that guy that believed in it, right? You want to just like, nah, only idiots believe that shit. Using butterfly sweeps without the deep overhook here. If I had this overhook, I'm nice and deep. I got that upper body clench. I'm good. I'm deep here. I'm either gonna go right to rubber guard here, flip and shoot, or I'm gonna slide this neck control down to his triceps, trying to take away his face, elevate him, and sweep him. All right? But if I can't get on the inside, he knows I want an underhook or an overhook. If I get an underhook nice and deep here, now I'm gonna start working half guard. All right? But it's so hard. It's really hard to get it deep if the guy is just T-Rex the whole time. Meaning your elbows are connected to your ribs the whole time. So it's hard to get an overhook or an underhook. He's playing smart here. All right? But he can T-Rex all he wants. He can't stop me from grabbing.
Joey Diaz. Somebody needs to get a camera and ask Joey Diaz this. Joey Diaz, what has it been like to go for the last 2 years? Like, I mean, like people knew who you were like 2 years ago, but now it's fucking crazy. What is that like? What is that feeling for you, Joey?
He's meeting his fans.
You know me, dog. I've always been a fucking savage. Who gives a fuck?
I know, but isn't it weird? Isn't it weird to
World,
finally, is it weird to finally get recognized? It's not weird? It's weird to watch. It's cool. It's awesome.
After 40, it's all been weird. I never expected it. I just went to the OD at 38, 39. So this is, every day I get up, it's fucking amazing. It's like, I can't believe I got away with it another day. Can you believe this shit? These fucking momos are buying this shit.
Speaking of
Aim for the head, go for the throat. One for the money and two for the show. Shooting like stars to travel the globe. Zooming your view like a Truman alone. Root of the bone, roof getting blown. All for this motherfucker burying my soul. Now that you know, take it in stride. Nobody's gonna make it out alive. You're probably gonna wanna pray to Christ. Take a moment to breathe and heed advice. Weaving these webs to seeds and lies. Attracts every angle, creed and type. I knew that I couldn't believe the hype. I knew I had to see it in a different light. I knew I gotta do whatever I gotta do to make a difference and make it my revenue. Hard times how quiet kept. When they caught in the grind, it's a tidy mess. When it's stretching the time to apply for a check. Eating the chest of a civil unrest. Sick of the symptoms, too tired to rest. Proceed with persistence, push to progress. Cease to believe in dreams, might as well be mentally deceased. Might as well just learn to like defeat. You only get one chance to be unique. Every fan that felt the fucking beat. I'll spit my flow to feel you speak. Just let the song that's on the scene. Just let it go until you're free. I'm that reckless, balls to the air. Just when you thought we were out of our minds, we're up in the ball and ahead of our time. Like those shining kids. Moving ahead of the
I'm really glad we did this. This is really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, like we said we're gonna do it, we did it. Like here we are. Dude, we made it happen. It's so fun.
It was
So exciting.
that kickoff to the war where we were tripping. He was telling me about fucking Terrence McKenna and the fucking end of the world, 12/21/12. That's like 9 years ago.
Yeah. You got a fucking license plate with that shit. Everybody was into it. But as the date approached, people started like going, it didn't look like it was going to happen. People were just like, we'll see what happens. Who knows?
It's very weird to have a day to concentrate on.
That. It's very weird. I have watched it.
But you know what? It's not like, we can track comets. We can track asteroids. Maybe the Mayans can track it. Maybe, who knows what it meant? The calendar ended. To think that an asteroid can't hit this planet, that's fucking nuts. That's nuts. How many times has a planet run into another fucking planet in the history of the universe? Probably 700 million trillion times? How many times has an asteroid hit another planet? About 350 million zillion trillion.
So why is it that there exist so many goddamn religions?
Bravo Radio. Talk, motherfucker.
Take that off, and he had it curved permanently, so I could still throw the right hook. This fucking, I don't want to make sure I can still throw the right hook. He didn't want to have a finger that was permanently like this, like it had like this kind of functionality. Like, no, I need this. I need the fucking, I need my right hook. He was so crazy. This guy was an animal. He would fight to the death on any street corner at any time.
You throw a perfect right hook.
Huh?
This is night, what we call it.
Oh yeah, night with this motherfucker.
Night.
He's a scary, scary guy.
Now, we're going to work the position. The guy's coming in super tight. I want an underhook. Perfect double underhooks. I want an overhook. I need to get on the inside. That's what he said. All right? But it's not working. Stand up. In Greco-Roman wrestling, I want to get on the inside too. I would love to get in this deep here. Pick his ass up and suplex him. I would love that. He's not going to let me get in that deep. He's going to come in T-Rex too. He's saying he doesn't want to, we both want to get on the inside. The one thing you can do for sure, if you can get on the inside in his T-Rex, he can't stop the 2-on-1. He can de-grip. It's not a be-all, end-all grip, but he has to react. Okay? 2-on-1 here. I think it's called like a Russian tie as well, too. In Greco-Roman, Russian tie. That's the beauty of it. You can't get on the inside, what else are you going to do? How are you going to open him up? You can start swatting his head, I guess, but he cannot stop the 2-on-1. So the better you are with this control, the more he has to react. And if you pin his arm down and he pulls his arm out and he reacts, now we can get on the inside. We're trying to make him move. He's got 2 arms on this. If he got me in a 2-on-1 here, I have to address this arm. I can't just let him control this. I got to de-grip. And I open myself up. That's what he wanted. All right, so Marcelo Garcia's been working on 2-on-1, this Greco-Roman tie, from butterfly guard over the last couple years. And I saw him, I've noticed it, I know what's going on. He did the 2-on-1 on me. I know that's what he does, I know he likes it. I know he was experimenting with it for a while. And generally, everything that he gets good at, you need to get good at. He's doing a lot of research and development for you. And that crucifix rear naked choke, that's his new shit. It's working for him. He's doing the research and development. All we got to do is put in the numbers. We know it's not a dead end. We know it's the real deal. Everything that he's doing, we know it's not a dead end. It's the real deal. And this is part of his, big part of this game. And it's going to fit into our game beautifully. Because again, I want the underhook. I want to get in deep. Or I want the overhook. He knows that. So he's going to stay T-Rex. So what the hell am I going to do? One route, and it's the route I always take, I go to quarter guard, which I don't need no hooks for. He can be T-Rex all he wants. He can be T-Rex, and I just want the quarter guard. And the mini stomp here, he can stay T-Rex all he wants here. I don't care about that T-Rex. I'm just working mini stomps, and then here. Now once he T-Rexes,
what the fuck is going on, my friends? Thank you very much for coming out to the end of the world party. We are so excited to be here. Before I come up, we're going to have, this is a beautiful show, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Stanhope and I talked about doing this way back in 2003. So to have it come true tonight, we're very fucking pumped up. And I can think of no better way to start it off than with the funniest human being on the face of the earth, my brother, Mr. Joey Coco Diaz!
that's a war. That's a fucking war, dude. Holy shit.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker! Merry Christmas! Happy Hanukkah! And fuck the Mayans. Thank you very much.
We're here at the Tap Out Gym on the corner of Pico and Grand in downtown LA. You can park across the street over there. See that parking lot right there? Just leave your car there. After 8, you can park on the street. No parking problems here. Enter. Got the weight room here, women's bathroom there. Strongest man in LA right here. Men's bathroom, really nice. Take a quick shot of that. Shower over there. Full-size cage. You can have a class in there, it's so big. And the mat's completely wrapped in a cage, which is awesome. There you go. What you waiting for?
Down from the ceiling, rest upon my head. Painted on my walls, like works of art gone wrong. And I want to say, and it's coming back to you.
Real quick, before we move on to the next technique, we're gonna back up a little bit with the 2-on-1 salami. A lot of you guys, and I could be wrong about this, but I don't think I'm wrong about this. Anjan here is trains at Marcelo's. Anjan, go show me.
What up? Shout out.
I gave him his purple belt and then he leaves me and he goes to Marcelo. Anyway, every time I see Marcelo doing this, he's grabbing the elbow like this. It's like this. It's not like this. Some of you guys are trying to hook this in like this. This may work for some other shit. This could be something else, right? I mean, maybe in wrestling it's done like this or something. But the way Marcelo's doing, he's grabbing just right above the elbow right here, and he's controlling it. He's grabbing it like this. If the guy is pulling his arm 100% back, you can grab it like this with the thumb like that. I do that a lot. But if we're right here, then I think this is the best grip right here. Okay? That's just a little something, something. Now we're going to switch it up, and we're going to take it into just a basic arm-in guillotine with the pretzel grip, meaning your choking hand facing away. We're going to get a rep with that. It's the basic arm-in guillotine, which you can get from the sprawled out position. You can even be against the cage, try to drag a fighter down. You could put on a head, you're trying to drag the fighter down. It's a lot easier to put on a head and arm grip, like a guillotine grip, standing, than it is to drag a guy down and take him down sometimes. He's in against the cage. So if you're standing against the cage and you throw in a head and arm, a lot of people don't want to sit back to guard with that guillotine. Because what if his head pops out and you don't get it? Now you're on your back. Well, if you don't mind pulling guard, that's a guard pull right there. Yeah, maybe the guillotine works, maybe it doesn't, but you got him to the ground. You're against the cage, you're trying to drag him down. He's fucking you up on your feet. You can't take him down. You got to pull guard. That's another way to pull guard. Jump on a guillotine, and maybe you get it, it pulls out, he's in your guard. You got to have a wicked ninja guard in order for pulling guard to be a great idea. If your guard is just okay, don't fucking pull guard. I'll yell at you in your fucking corner. Why are you pulling guard? The guard sucks. Stand up and bang. That's your only chance. But if your guard is sick, you got 6 sweeps and your rubber guard's insane. When you attack, then it's a good idea to pull guard. Then it's a good idea to do that risky move by jumping guard with a guillotine when the guy can pull his head out. Let him pull his head out. All right? So anyways, it's an important, very basic technique. The only thing we're tweaking now is the choking arm. I like choking with my left arm, hand facing away. That's how Denny and all his boys at 10th Planet San Francisco do it. Bam, like this. Naturally, you just want to do this. Try to turn that choking hand away. It's going to feel awkward at first, but believe me, once you get comfortable with it, it's so much more powerful as a guillotine. You can get it from top half a lot easier than you can the regular way. It's sick flipping the grip. Trust me. Just look at the Red Destroyer, Adam Sachnov. I've never seen anybody get out of this guillotine. Everyone goes under. Okay? So we're going to go from a basic arm-in guillotine to we tap them, and then we pretend it fails, and then we turn it into 100%. That's the great thing about guillotines, is if they fail, they set you up for 100%, and if you know the 100% path, you go right to the back, right to the mount with the neck crank, or right to the back if he defends the neck crank. Right. All right? Today, we're just going to go with the neck crank. All right? Make it nice and simple. 100% from full guard, that's the best 100%. There's 100% from top half, and there's 100% when, also when a guy's trying to pass your guard with a buttock compressor, if you can get that hand in. But when you're in full guard, 100%, if you know what you're doing, it's the end of the fight. All right, so we're going to be here, sprawled out, right? We're going to sprawl out, throw in a guillotine here, and pull guard. All right? So we're going to throw in the guillotine here, pull guard, and he's going to get his arms out. Get your arms out. Get both arms out. Okay, do it again. Have your arms out. Have your arms out. Have your arms out. Just so that I can pull guard. All right? And then we're going to be here. All right? Turn the grip. Crank his head and his jaw or his chin into his chest. I'm bending him and twisting him down. Doing leg curls here. I'm not extending him. I'm not trying to pull his head out. I'm trying to bend his body into himself here and twist. It's so powerful with this grip. And let's say he survives. Some people don't tap to the guillotines. He survives. The choking arm, if I just swivel the
makes it hard for me to stay in touch. I'm on the run, cause I'm more than just the place I'm from. Taking control of my destiny is number one. I'm on a space trip to another side. Guerrilla tactics, actions louder than flows, with just a fraction of the anti-passive passionate hold.
So I climb into the fucking window, and he's like, what are you doing here? Coco, and I go, I love you and shit. We started swapping and spitting. She had her grandma panties on, and I looked at him, and I pulled them off, and I started eating her monkey. Not like a savage, like very lightly, like all scared, like I was looking around the fucking boudoir, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the artichoke, I was around it, you follow me?
Thanks, dude.
We gotta set this shit up.
You got a little documenting going on?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's all right. You haven't smoked weed yet? Yeah. Oh, we better do that.
I would like to.
Well, then come on. Pause.
Yeah. Gotta come at you with the good shit. Oh, you got the good shit. Yeah. If you're not feeling this song, please kill yourself right now. Alright guys, episode 1, Eddie Bravo Radio. You know I'm gonna come with the good shit. When it comes to music, I ain't playing no bullshit, man.
Whatever. Oh, Eddie Bravo. Just rainbows of jism into this poor broken bastard. You feel the rubber start to slide off, but you don't give a shit. This is my thing. They fucking love me. They love me. And you do. You just tear off loads into his ass. You jump up before you're done coming.
You know, I'm constantly trying to get the most legit techniques, most legit styles, and infuse it into the 10th planet system. And deep half is beyond legit. You know, there's some people out there that say deep half, oh, it's over for deep half. It's so easy to counter. Well, every style off your back is easy to counter once you know how to counter it. You're on your back. Guy on top has all the weight. Guy on top always has the advantage. Okay, it doesn't mean it's not legit. Deep half was way more powerful a few years ago because no one knew how to dance on top of it. No one really knew if you didn't have deep half guard players, masters at your school, you weren't getting the proper looks and the opportunity to defend it. So in tournaments out there, deep half is looking great. Jeff Glover's amazing with it. Ryan Hall's amazing with it. You know, as time goes on, more and more people start playing deep half in every school. You learn how to defend it. You learn how to stuff it, just like every guard out there. All right? So the key is to have go-to stuff off your back, and then you have backup plan B, backup plan C, in case that's failing. You got to have 3 guards mastered. Have your go-to guard, but you got to have some backup plans, because if you're just a butterfly player and that's all, and your guy stuffs your butterflies, then what? You're just going to run out of time and you just keep going for the butterfly? You got to have some good backup plans. And for me, I know the basics of the deep half. I generally never play deep half. Again, for the same reason I don't play De La Hiva and Spiral. I don't like leaving my legs dangling for people to jump on them. I don't like that. I like to clinch up in quarter guard and protect my legs. I have sensitive knees, okay? So, but that doesn't mean y'all have to be like me. I want deep half players in there. And I gave this exact same speech a few years ago, and Alder jumped on deep half, and he's a master at deep half. So is Brent Littell. We have a few guys that's their go-to games. And when, you know, while Alder's here, I want him to use his knowledge of deep half and hopefully infect some of you guys so we get more deep half players. We just don't have enough at HQ. We don't have enough deep half players. We need 2 or 3 dudes that are obsessed with it. And Alder's obsessed with it. And he's going to show a very important transition where you can use deep half not as your primary game off your back. You can still go to whatever you want. You want to play quarter guard as your primary. You want to start using this 2-on-1 as your primary. That's fine. But if you get mounted and you can capture a foot and turn it into a 3/4 mount, if you have good deep half game, you're right in the mix. So if you're not interested in changing up your bottom game, your primary game, using deep half to get out of the mount and make something happen is very important. You could just use it for that. And who knows, maybe in the future, you do it so much off defending the mount that you start making it your primary game. It might take a while. I don't know how many guys come up to me and say, yeah, I play rubber guard sometimes, but, you know, I mean, these black belt, high-level guys come up, yeah, I play rubber guard a little bit, but it's not my primary game. You know, but I play it. I got other stuff. I've heard that. And then a year later, yeah, I play a lot of rubber guard. I would say like 50% I play, you know, rubber guard. But, you know, I got other stuff too. And then a year later, dude, all I play is rubber guard, man. That happens. And that could happen with this, with the deep half. You sprinkle it in. Let it trickle in. And who knows? It may be your primary game. And yes, there's counters. Yes, you can go to capoeira and stuff. You can counter all guards. There's no guard that works 100%. Every move has a counter. That's the most basic cliche saying in grappling or in any sport. So don't let, all you know is Jeff Glover and Ryan Hall are using, and a lot of top Brazilians use deep half. A lot of them are going to De La Hiva and playing Spiral and all that. That's all great too. Know all of that shit, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Alder Hampel.
How many people do play this position? Anybody play deep half? Kind of, not really. Good, so I want to keep it super, super simple. Like you were saying a couple
years ago, this was just would kill everybody. It's slowed down a little bit, but that doesn't mean it's not a really super high percentage spot to hit from. You just have to get a little bit more creative in the ways you get in, and once you're in, you have to do a little bit more work to keep the guy down. So right now, I'm just going to go over the meat and potatoes from a real solid position to get it from. So it's like a counter to the mount. Anytime people get me in the mount, I have a high probability I'm gonna sweep them then. So let me use salami. Salami's good. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna start off in a terrible position. Okay? The whole goal of this whole thing is that I don't want to take much weight of his on. So if I have a big guy and just crush and smash me, this is a perfect way to get out. Okay, so go full on mount. Okay, so I'm just gonna show it first, and then I'll go through steps. Boom.
You guys been awesome. Thank you very much for coming out. You guys are the coolest fucking audience members in the history of the world. I don't know what we ever did to deserve it. Whatever you're getting out of it, we're getting out of it 10 times as much. You're the coolest fucking group of humans to be connected to on Earth. That's not bullshit. Through Twitter, through Facebook, through these comedy shows, you're the coolest fucking people. This is a new world we live in. And if December 21st, 2012 really does anything, it lets you know this is one more step into some crazy shit. Doug Stanhope, ladies and gentlemen.
Rogan, ladies and gentlemen, Joey Coco Diaz.
Eddie Bravo.
Susie Shadow was perfect.
That's hilarious. That's funny, man. That's so funny. Yeah, I was terrified because I just released my special, so I'm fucking 100% new material.
Oh, dude.
Fuck, there's 20 jokes in that are like a month, not even a month old. I thought it was. You know, I really think that
One more. I'm sorry.
Can I choke you with your jacket?
Ready? 1, 2.
Jacket.
Hell yeah, dude. You're a fucking jiu-jitsu.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hell yeah, dude. I get a picture of that? Absolutely. Can you put me back?
I'm gonna get you a real bad rear naked choke so you can't still go for it.
Yeah, that's your bad.
I'm still hanging in there, man.
Alright.
Hey, take those roots because I love you, cocksucker. Check it out. Yeah. Look at the sister.
I'm away in Annapolis, Orange County. I leave an hour early so I can go to the mall, pick up a bunch of stuff, and then all the kids, I get them all together and I just get $50 each. They like that better than
Oh, yeah.